Are you looking for the best portable power stations? In this video we will look at some of the 7 best portable power stations on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description, so make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Number 1. Ecoflow River 2 Pro. Ecoflow has quickly established themselves as a leader in portable power stations with their impressive lineup of offerings. The River series is the more portable class of power stations under 1000 Wh, and the Delta series offers some great large-scale options. With excellent stackability, the Ecoflow line would be best for those needing to transport and store many units at once. The River 2 Pro had the fastest charging time of all the units tested, so it's an ideal option when needing a good portable unit that can be swapped out, such as a remote photo shoot. It also has the most ports in its class, with 4 AC, 3 USB-A, and a 100W USB-C. For the best combination of available ports, charging time, and portability and ability to stack, we couldn't find much wrong with the Ecoflow River 2 Pro. If you want to keep it consistent with watt-hours for the sake of this review, check out the River 2 Max, which has 512 Wh, but not what we tested. Also worth noting is their larger-scale Delta 2 Max model, which we also tested. The 2000 W literal powerhouse of a unit can recharge with up to 2400 W when combining solar panels and AC. And if you find yourself truly off-grid, with a 1000 W input you can recharge it using only the sun in just over 2 hours, making this device perfect for high-capacity off-the-grid activities like powering a home away from home or as an incredible home backup for when the grid goes out. Number 2. Yeti EB55. If you have too many devices to keep track of and they all need to be recharged at once, Yeti's EB55 might be the clear winner for you. With 13 total outputs, it's a power station that would suit a big family on a camp trip or a busy event situation where constant recharging is needed. The first situation that comes to mind is a large event with a comms squad needing to recharge radio batteries. For those who have done this and know the pain of getting remote power to an event, the more recharging options, the better. On top of that, literally, you can charge phones wirelessly by placing it on the top surface, saving valuable output space for other devices. All of that would be enough to be in our good books, but add in the fact that this unit had the lowest price in its class. Thus, we consider this to be the best value portable power station, giving you incredible options at an impressive price. However, if you are limited on space, the AC adapter for charging was quite a bit larger than the others. It also has a loud fan noise while plugged in, which might be enough for some people to look for a more premium model. To others, it's an easy trade-off to save some of their hard-earned money. Number 3. Anker Explorer 500. The Anker line looks most at home on a job site with a color scheme that closely resembles a certain big-box hardware store. While aesthetic shouldn't really be a deciding factor, the orange motif does have a benefit in helping people see the inputs in low-light situations. Speaking of low light, the Explorer 500 was the only model in its class with a side-facing flashlight, meaning you can illuminate a path while carrying it. This feature could come in handy on more than one occasion for power outages. The drawbacks to the Anker line are the lack of outputs. The Explorer 500 is the only device in its class without a USB-C, and these days that's kind of a big deal since most newer devices don't have a USB-A option. Furthermore, there is only one AC output. But what it lacks in output options it makes up for in output power. The single AC output can handle 500 W consistently and surge up to 1000 W. So for this reason we recommend this power station if you are just trying to power one device such as a power tool or a set of speakers. Having a fixed handle on top has both benefits and drawbacks. The main benefit is the easy grab-and-go portability, which could serve well in an emergency situation. But if space is an issue it makes stacking difficult, so this is the one to use when you need fast portability and have plenty of storage room. The larger Explorer 2000 Pro was impressive in the power output, handling any household item from a vacuum cleaner to a Vitamix blender with no apparent power weakness. It also has a folding top handle to allow for better stacking and storage. It's a great pick for more industrial uses. Number 4. FJD Pony 500. For those who don't need an AC plug and just need some reliable, quiet, and compact USB power, we are huge fans of the Pony 500 from FJ Dynamics. By not having any bells and whistles, it's able to come in a much smaller package than others. The unit also allows input-output via 2XT ports, which are most commonly used on other power stations for input from a solar panel. However, it's important to note that it can't take more than 48 V, a mistake we made by blowing out one of the ports when trying to charge via a solar panel. That's more our fault, as they did have the warning in the manual, but there's a good chance that many won't read the fine print and blow a port if not careful. The Pony 500 uses NMC chemistry rather than LiPo, which has advantages and disadvantages. The main advantage is energy density. You get more watt-hours per pound with NMC. It also is rated to withstand a bigger temperature range, boasting the ability to withstand -20 degrees up to 60 degrees Celsius. But the downside is that the batteries don't last as long and usually end up degrading after 2,500 cycles. There are also numerous ethical issues with cobalt mining these days, although with the negative press the industry is starting to catch on. At the time of writing, FJD was unable to confirm whether or not the cobalt in the Pony 500 was ethically sourced or not. Number 5. Anker Powerhouse 535. Anker was founded by a former Google employee who wanted to make better batteries for laptops. Since then, the company has a vast quiver of power supply solutions and accessories. Their latest innovation is the Powerhouse line of power stations, and they continue to provide reliable power on the go. With a huge array of ports, this is a great option if you have a lot of small devices between several people. It's rated to hold up for 3,000 cycles, so it has great value that will last many years down the road. Number 6. GoalZero Yeti 500X. GoalZero is the OG of this scene. They have been doing it for much longer than the others and have a range of products helping show that they are leaders in the field. That track record alone is worthy of attention, knowing that they are in it for the long haul with a genuine desire to make the world better. The name GoalZero comes from their mission to help eradicate poverty by bringing sustainable power solutions to rural villages in developing countries, a noble cause indeed. They are also the only company in our review to be born and bred in the USA. Over those years of innovation, they have come up with their Yeti line of power stations that is one of the best options design-wise. The Yeti 500X was the lightest and most compact unit and allows for easy stacking if wanting to join forces with other units. Having inputs on both sides also provides multiple options for storage and not needing to remove the unit from its chosen home to store. The interface is sleek and easy to read, and it was the only power station that allows you to cycle through different units such as volts and amps for those who want to know. Everything about this power station was great, although it's worth noting that the charge time using the wall adapter was significantly higher than other units in its class. Solar charging is another story, but to keep things consistent for our study we measured input from the wall and it took well over 6 hours to get a full charge. Also worth noting is that the device is rated to 500 charge cycles, whereas some other brands in this review boast up to 6x the amount. But if portability is your main factor, you can't go wrong with the sleek design and established, born in the USA reputation of the GoalZero line. Number 7. BioLite Bas Charge 600. BioLite makes much more than power stations, from fire pits to camp stoves. But they see the future in combustion-free power and have come up with 2 power stations and the solar panels to charge them. While not having as many models as the competition, they seem to have dialed in on 2 crowd-pleasing models to handle most people's needs. The Bas Charge 600 was light and easy to carry, however the side handles made it awkward if you are loading up with other gear. It was also only one of 2 models tested that has wireless charging on the top deck, great for adding juice to the phone in a pinch without having to compromise a plug elsewhere. It's nice that they have the 30V DC solar panel input that is fairly standard these days. That means you can use either BioLite's own panels to charge or any other panel with the 2-prong plus input to charge the device, a feature that only the Ecoflow devices also had. There is also no app available at the time of writing.